Hey guys, I'm Jack and I work with How We Roll RV. Today I'm doing a walkthrough on Sasha, the Shasta, and just going to kind of show you guys how everything works and everything on it. So if you'll follow me, first thing that we have right up under here is we have a storage bay, and this is where all of your connections are going to be for your truck and things like that. We provide all of the connections. All you have to provide is just a 2-inch receiver as well as a 7-way connector for our lights, and I'll show you that right up here where we provide the ball as well as the sway bars and all that kind of stuff. So right up here you can see we've got it connected to the tractor right now just for demonstration. This right here is going to be we have automatic jacks on all of our units, which is really nice for being able to connect and disconnect from trucks, and we have a separate video for how to do that. But for this video, we're just showing you how to use things. So this right here, if you want to make the jack go up and down, this right here, if you click it one way and just leave it, it'll go up. If you go here and click it that way, it'll go down. So just like that. We also have, right now, there's no propane tanks on here, but you will have 2 propane tanks on this unit right here, and they will be filled up for you, or moderately be able to have enough propane for your trip. This right here is where you will actually switch the propane tanks. So you'll want to make sure both of them are on. Once one gets low, you will just turn this valve to either that side or that side, whichever tank you want to use. So that's how that operates right there. We also have the 7-way connector. I was going to show you that. And this is a 7-way connector. And that's the part that you'll need on your truck or tow vehicle to plug into. And it's nice if you do have trailer brakes, it is nice to have that as well. So now let's go ahead and walk around the tractor here. And we'll take a look at this side back here. Okay, so right back here, this is where all of your other connections are going to be. We provide a water hose, and then you also have a elbow for your water hose, and then a pressure reducer valve. We also provide a 30 amp to a 110 adapter in case you need to plug it up at home to charge the batteries and such. And then we also provide a coax cable for you, as well as the regular plug-in and a sewer hose. And all that is going to be located in here in these storage bins. So that is that right there. This right here, this is where you would connect your coax cable for your TV. And then this one right here is like if you had a satellite or something, so don't worry about that one, just this one right here. If you're at a campground that provides cable, you'll connect your cable there and connect the other end of the cable to the campsite. Now if you come and look back here, this right here is our city water connection on this camper. If you open this right here, you can connect your elbow and then your water hose, and then the other end you have your pressure reducer valve that connects to the spigot. And we also have another video of how to do all the connections. Like I said, for this video, just showing you where they're at. So that's your water connection here. This right here, down here is going to be your sewer connection, and you'll just connect your sewer hose, and you have a black and gray valve to pull open. This right here is going to be where your electricity connects. And right now I've got it connected to electricity, so this just clicks in. And then right back here, we do have a spare tire ready to go for you in case you need it. We also will provide the tools in case you do have a blowout. You'll have tools provided to switch this tire out. Right over here, this is our outdoor kitchen right here. And this is really nice. This right here, you have a latch back here. You will pull that latch right back there, as you can see, and then this just pulls out, and then you can turn the sink on and do what you need to do here, and then your wastewater, you just go somewhere and you can just dump this out, and then that just sits back in there just like that, and then all you have to do is just press that back in there, and then make sure you latch it back just like that. You also have a refrigerator for out here, and this will only work if you're connected to electricity. So that is your refrigerator for out here. Then you also have an outlet for out here in case you wanted to put a TV or something like that out here. So that is your outdoor kitchen. I also forgot to mention that on the doors out here, if you want them to stay up like this, we have these latches. Now you can see that pulls open. So you just push this up, open the latch, and release it, and that's how your door stays up there. So we'll go ahead and lower that back down there. On the camper also we have outdoor plugs, so if you want to plug stuff in outside. We also have, this is your fresh water connection. That's like for the tank fill. You have a freshwater tank and two black and gray. You have a black and a gray tank, and then a freshwater tank. So what it is your freshwater tank is a tank that connects to your water pump. So if you're not connected to water, it will you can turn the water pump on and it'll pull fresh water from that tank. That's the fill up for this. And then there's gauges inside to see the amount of water that you have in that tank. And then you also have the black and the gray tank. Black is sewer wastewater and gray is sink and shower wastewater. And I'll show you where all those gauges are inside. And then right here, this is one thing I really love about this camper is the steps that it comes with. So what you'll do is you'll press up right here, and that opens. And then we'll take this and open the door right here. You want to make sure it's all the way open so the steps have room to come down. And then you will take this valve, press it like this, and then the steps lower just like that. Now, if you notice right now, you see how this is kind of bouncing a little bit? I need more stability on the steps. So you can come right down here, and you can see these right here are just pins. What I do is I just release that pin right there, and I move it down to the next level. If I can find the next level, there we go. And I will put that right back in. Sometimes it can be a little tricky. There we go, there's that side. So just like that. And then you would do it for the other side to make sure that it's stable. But you would just do that until you had the steps stable. So come on in here, let me show you around. So in the camper here, let's do the first thing. Let's take a look at our main gauges on the wall over here. So this is your main control panel for the camper. Like I said, you have a battery on the camper. And right now we don't have a battery on the camper, but we're connected to electricity. So when we press that, it'll show the battery's charged. And when you pick up, the battery will be charged. The fresh tank will be full when you pick up. Right now it's empty. Black tank will be empty. And gray tank will be empty. Now on the black tank, sometimes it will show 1/3 or something like that. A lot of times toilet paper gets stuck on the sensors in the black tank, but we do flush those out after every reservation, so it will be empty when you pick up. The other thing that we have is we have our water pump right here. This right here is if you are not connected to city water with the water hose, you can turn this on, and if you have water in your freshwater tank, you just turn that on. You can use the spigots like normal. We also have one water heater on this camper, but there's two different ways to run it. I always suggest running it with propane. So you want to make sure your propane is on up front, and you just click that gas right there, and then you'll let it turn on. And then you'll usually give it about 20-25 minutes for it to get really hot, and just be really careful because it does get really hot. And then if you are connected to a 30 amp breaker, you can use the electric. Just make sure the gas is off and turn the electric on. Now this right here, this is your awning operation. So we have an out and in, and this is just a toggle switch. So that down is in, up is out. So you can see right here, it starts to go there. You just press it until it's all the way out, or you can press retract until it's all the way back in. All our awnings on our campers are automatic, so it's really nice. We also have your lights in here. So this is your overhead light for in here. And then we also have a porch light for outside. And that's that switch right there. So you can see right there. Now, as far as temperature inside the camper, this is your main thermostat for your camper. And I love how all this is centrally located. It makes it so nice. So the first thing is, in the summertime, if you want to cool down, you have some different options for the fan. So you can keep it on auto, high or low, or you can just leave it on constantly, high or low. We'll just keep it on auto for now. But what you'll want to do is you want to select the temperature that you'd like the camper to be at, and then if it's summertime, it's hot, you just flip to cool, and then the AC unit will kick on and get down to that temperature. If you just want to run the fan, you can just do that right there. We'll flip it to on. I believe I have the breaker off right now, so it'll run though. And then this right here is if like you are in the winter time, you need some heat. We do provide an electric heater for you, that like a floor heater that goes in the floor, so you can have some heat, and it runs off electricity. But if for some reason you don't have electricity, or if you just need some extra heat, you just flip this to heat, and then select the temperature you want it to be at, and then it'll start running and it'll start heating up the camper for you, and it'll cut off and on as needed. And then to turn it off, you just turn it off just like that. So that's the thermostat right there. You can have a look in here. This is just your queen bedroom right in there. So you got a nice queen bed in there. You also have the plugs on the walls. You've got two USB ports on the walls to charge your phone, so it's really nice. You also have right up here with all of our rentals, we actually provide some basic kitchen utensils, and those are listed on our website. Every camper that we have has these pots and pans. We also have some we have a lighter and some basic cooking utensils. For your reservation, what you'll want to bring is you'll just want to make sure that you bring your like plates, cups, bowls. I always go by and get just the paper or plastic plates and cups, and then also plastic silverware. So that we just provide the pots and pans and those things for you. Now, while we're in the kitchen, let me show you how the kitchen operates. Microwave is just like at home. Just open up, close, hit the number that you want, and go. Reset just like that. Now, anytime you are using the stovetop, you want to make sure that you have your fan turned on, so that way it will actually pull the fumes from the propane out. It's just a safety precaution. So what we do is we'll open this up here, and all you have to do is, if you have propane connected, you'll see you have 3 eyes. So you have 1, 2, and 3. What you would do is you would go to high, and then you would take this and click it a few times until that eye lights, or you can turn it to high, take a lighter and just light it. Same for all 3 of those eyes. Now, right here, this is a switch, which is cool. It's just a light. It's just pretty. It just makes it look nice. I think it's kind of classy. It's cool. You also have the oven right here. And what you want to do to start the oven is you will want to turn this knob right here, the far right knob, to the little flame there, and press and hold in on that knob. And then you'll take your lighter, reach back in here and put your lighter up against that. And then you'll see a little flame once you keep your lighter away. Press and hold on this as you're doing that. You'll keep it pressed down for about like 30 seconds or something. And then once it's lit, if you let go, you just turn it to the temperature you need and it'll light up. And then to turn it off, just turn it right back to off. So that is your oven right there. Now, sinks and everything in the camper operate just like normal. So that's those right there. Let's go ahead and turn that off. This right here, so your refrigerator in this camper, I actually kind of like this. The camper actually doesn't run off, the refrigerators, a lot of campers run off of propane. But this one is actually just a residential refrigerator. So you can see it's just a regular refrigerator, just like from the house. You want to make sure when you put your food in, you want to make sure that you flip this back so that way this door will not come open when you're traveling, because you don't want your food in the floor. The other thing is, when you're traveling, is you will want to make sure that this switch is turned on, just like that. And that is going to turn your refrigerator on. So if I open this up, you can see my refrigerator's on now with the light. So there's that for you. And then it will be cold when you pick it up, so you'll be good to go. Just make sure you leave this turned on. If you have the camper at home overnight, just make sure that you're plugged into electricity so the batteries don't go dead. And if you're dry camping, let us know, because we would like to send a small generator with you. So that way it'll at least keep your batteries charged. And that way the refrigerator runs off of your battery. So that's how, when you have this turned on, it runs off your battery. So that's the refrigerator operation. Now, as far as electrical, that kind of brings me to a thought of electric. There's a few ways that the camper works. All the lights in the camper work off of your 12-volt battery, as well as your refrigerator, and trying to think of anything else, just like your igniters here on the stove, just things like that run off of the 12-volt battery. So if you do want to use like your TV and stuff, you have your TV, your microwave, that runs off of the power that comes from the power cord. And the ways you can do that is if you have a generator, has to be a 30-amp plug for an RV. You'll want to make sure that the breaker is on. And then we also have generators you can rent, or at the campsite when you plug into the pedestal, we have a separate video for how to hook up at a campground, but you'll want to make sure that breaker is turned on. And then that comes to your breaker box, which is located right here. So if we open this up, you can see these are our different breakers for this camper. You want to make sure those are all on and not tripped, and that should solve any issue that you have. And then also we have fuses, so this is for your 12-volt system, and we also provide a few fuses for you. So if you have something that's not working, the awning's not working or something, it could be a fuse, so we'll provide those, and all you have to do is just switch those out. So there's that. And then your TV runs off of regular electricity, so you want to make sure you're connected to a electrical somewhere, like either a generator or a plug-in at a campsite. That's how your TV works there. And then you also have your remote for your TV right down here, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, that's the TV, and that is the electrical. You also have a GFI plug for the electric. That's the last thing to know about the electrical. So if for some reason you've done all that, there's no power still, it's probably going to be this switch right here. This is a GFI plug. It'll click like that if it trips. You'll want to come in and reset that, and then all the plugs should work. In every room, you should have a switch like this. These are your lights for the camper inside. Right here in the shower, whenever you're taking a shower in the camper, you'll want to make sure and raise this vent right here and go ahead and turn your fan on. And what that does, it just pulls the steam out, because the campers do get really steamy when you're taking showers in them. And right now I have it winterized, so I can't really show you the water, but if you're connected to water, you can just use it like normal. If not, use your water pipe. And then you also have your toilet right here, and all you do is just press this right here to flush your toilet, just like that. And then we also provide 4 rolls of toilet paper for you, as well as 2 drops for the toilet for smelling good. So if you flush the tanks out, you want to use one of those drops, and if it starts smelling bad, go ahead and drop another one in. So that's what we provide there for you. And then also, you have 4 beds in this camp, or 5 beds, excuse me. You've got the 2 bunks right here, and then you have this dinette right here. And let me show you how that works. So all we do is you will just pull that just like that. You just kind of pull it and loosen it. These poles right here, you just take this, and let's see if I can get them loosened. Just like that. We will set that there. Let's do our other pole. Set that there. We'll pull this up right here. And then let's go ahead, and we are going to set our table right here in the center. Then you just press forward. Then you drop your cushions down here. Just like that. You can push this forward. And then this right here will fit kind of snugly down under there. So you have a bed here, which is really nice. You also have right here, this is also another bed. This is your sofa right here. But if we pull up and out, it turns into a bed. And then you can do just the opposite. Turns back into a couch. So just like that. I'm trying to think of anything else that I am missing. I believe that's it. But if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. Our phone number is 423-292-2658. Thank you.